What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, guys. It is your boy TD. Don't forget to check me out on Twitter at TD Fans Talk and Instagram TD Fans Talk. Guys, breaking news. We finally got what I've been waiting for. Man, we finally got what I've been waiting for. Details have emerged from the Jakeem Grants contract. Oh my God. I told y'all, man. I told y'all this front office be making moves. I told y'all this front office be making moves, baby. Details have emerged from the Jakeem Grant contract, baby. We're about to go through the details. Oh, man. I don't know if y'all heard about it yet, but oh, man, the notifications must be working. We got 43 in the room, but only 11 likes. Hit that like button, baby. Let everybody know we here by hitting that like button, y'all. Man, we got the details, y'all. Man, it's starting to rain outside, but we got the details, man. We got the details, man. What you got, TD? I'm about to give it to you. I told you would be straight. Yes, great. Hey, TD. I tried putting them in your last stream. Well, I just got them, man. But here we go. Let's talk about it, y'all. Yo, TD, keep an eye on the hurricane. What hurricane, man? It's a hurricane out there. I got to check, man. I got to check. But anyway, let's go over these details, man. Let's go over it, man. We got details. Here we go. So basically, Barry Jackson, if you don't know who Barry Jackson is, make sure you go check him out on Twitter. This was his tweet, and he covers the Dolphins. He does a lot of stuff, so it's really credible, unless somebody hacked this account and this is all wrong, but we'll see. But here we go. Well, let me turn this down. Here we go. He said, I got my hands on Jakeem Grant's extension. $4.3 million in incentives. So when they say up to $24 million, and you notice that they never said $24 million. They said up to. And I always paid attention to that fine little wording in the contract when people were like, oh, TD, you said it should be between 16 and 20 at max. It's up to $24 million. But when I hear that he getting $4.3 million in incentives, all right, 24 minus 4.3, that put us at 19.7, because everything he do over and beyond in incentives is the good stuff. Thank you, and you get more money. All right? We trying to see what the core of the contract is, right? 19.7, got $3 million in signing bonus. That's just for him to ink that paper to say, hey, this is the deal. Gave him $3 million. That's where his real win is. He just got paid. He just got more money in signing than he's done being a Miami Dolphin in the NFL so far. Now, here's the beautiful part, y'all. Y'all ready? Not that they likely will, which is true. We don't look. I mean, this is a good deal, man. We don't look to cut Jakeem Grant. If he balling, he's earning this. Unless he get hurt and he's just falling off, that don't matter because he's going to be all right. We don't plan on getting rid of this deal. But interesting that Dolphins can walk away from this deal next year if he's not injured, because if he's injured, you can't just cut him unless it happens and then he gets better and then you cut him. But if he's not injured, they can walk away from this deal as long as they do it before the fifth day of the league year. So y'all know that calendar. I got to go look at the day where the league year starts. That's why people can't be released from their team well after February. It takes a specific day. As soon as the season over, if they don't like what they're seeing or things don't work out, they can cut Jakeem Grant without any more guaranteed money. This was not a guaranteed contract, y'all. The only thing he guaranteed is this year because he's already 5 days. He's already into the league year, so he's getting his money this year. But after this, we did it again. We didn't put ourselves in salary cap prison for anyone, even a smaller contract like a 4-year, $24 million. Huge huge win by the Dolphins. Do y'all see what this front office is doing? They made a deal that says we'll pay you, but we're going to hold the cards the entire time. We're going to have the leverage the entire time. So if things ain't working out, no love lost. Cut you loose, we ain't losing no money, no dead cap, nor anything. Or if things ain't working out, but we still want you, we can go back to the drawing board at any time. We want to shred up this contract and restructure. Anytime. 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 I'm sitting there the whole time like, oh my gosh, please don't have more than half the contract guaranteed. Now we're looking bum duke boo boo the fool. I'm thinking, man, the Dolphins about to be guaranteeing this man $10, $12 million. That's what I'm thinking. And there ain't no guarantees other than this year. About $6 million worth. And that ain't even guaranteed. Technically, it's about $4.8 million worth, somewhere around that. Then if he reaches his incentives average out to be roughly about $1.1 million a year worth of incentives he can earn on this 4-year deal. Because the incentives can go as high as $4.3 million. So the incentives are roughly about 1.7, 1.1 million almost per year. So he gonna get about, if he reaches his incentives, about $6 million this year. But at the end of the day, man, do y'all see? They turning this organ. And the matter of fact, some people were like, man, they did that soon, and then they did it before other people and all this and that. It was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. They came together with the agent and was like, this is what we're proposing. And the agent was like, hey, Jakeem, this is what they're proposing. Jakeem Grants said, let's roll. He betting on himself, y'all. That's what he doing. He betting on himself. But the beautiful part about betting on yourself coming off of an injury like that, you ain't made more than $2 million so far in your career. But now all of a sudden you signing a piece of paper and he got $3 million in his bank account right now for signing that paper. Plus he guaranteed to get another 5 this year. At a minimum, 5. Hopefully 6 if he reaches his incentives. So the way he looking at it is win, lose, or draw, man. Let me get my $6 million plus my $3 million signing bonus. That's 9. I done made $10 million, a little bit, almost $11 million in this league so far. Some of y'all may not think that's a lot compared to other players, but compared to the typical citizen in the United States of America, hey, $11 million? You just did the thing, young man. You just did it. You just did your thing, man. Win. That's a win for him, y'all. It's a win for him. And he's betting on himself to earn that $6 million every year. 5, but incentives make it 6. He's betting on himself for the last 3 years of the contract to do his thing. And I'll step out on a limb now. He could still be productive for us. But if he makes it all 4 years, they're going to get to that 4th year and be like, hey, let's go ahead and talk about another deal. You're a little bit older now, but you're still very useful. Now let's talk about maybe a 3-year deal worth, who knows, 15. Again, we don't want to guarantee any of it, but this year, and then if you earn the other 2, let's keep rolling. That's the position he's put himself in. That's the position he's put himself in, man. This is a beautiful signing by the Miami Dolphins. I love this deal, man. I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't have even imagined it being this I couldn't imagine it being this good. I was thinking other terms, but still okay. I was thinking you were actually gonna at least guarantee 2 years of the contract, $12 million. But all he guaranteed is 1. You might well say it's a $5 million guarantee technically, because he's on the roster this year. Oh my God. That's why I was kind of reserved on to tell y'all what I thought about the contract. TDU said it'll be 20 million. It was 24. You were off. It was 19.7. If all this math is right that was reported, technically it's 19.7 with the possibility of being 24 if he reaches his incentives. Beautiful, man. He's happy. We're ecstatic to have a weapon like that for the price we have. And if something turns out, we ain't in trouble. The man come out here tomorrow, tear his ACL. All right, we got that 1 year. This might be something that we'll go ahead and scrap next year. We'll scrap it. Long as he's not hurt next offseason. So you want him the last game he plays to be he's just fine. And then we got a decision to make. And I hope it's one where we keep him on the roster anyway because he's that good and he's earning it. But at least we're sitting in the driver's seat of you have to earn it. If you earning it, you got it. This is a beautiful contract, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I think this is another win for the Miami Dolphins that goes unnoticed in the front office. This is a win, man. That boy has speed for sure. And we got it at the price we got it for. W for the Dolphins, man. Yeah, we need him. And to see the contract we got him for, yeah, we need him. Yeah, we need him. We definitely need him. And the way we got him, you got to be proud, man. Another win. Check your email, TD. Oh, Charles, I'll check it out, man. We need Albert Wilson and Grant to stay healthy. No question about it, man. Yes, we do. Let me see. Am I on the right email? Make sure I am. Did you just email me, Charles? Oh, Charles, there's a lot to read, so I'm going to check it out after this stream, bro. I'm definitely going to check it out after this stream, man. I'm feeling shaky about Kenny, bro, 15 minutes ago. Hey, man, but at the end of the day, I don't feel shaky about nobody because at the end of the day, I know we got a coach and a GM that's going to make the right decision for the team. At this point, it'll be hard for me to be like, why would we do that about many things, man? Grant is being treated like Devin Hester, being paid as a returner, even though he plays well at a position. Yes, yep. The Dolphins are looking better than I thought they would this year. I wish all contracts could be like this. They can, Roy. They can. If your GM ain't crazy, if your GM ain't screwing it up, they can. And then if players say, no, I don't want that contract, as a GM, you got to stand for something or fall for anything, man. You got to stand for something or fall for anything. These players sign, and that gets me on Ezekiel Elliott real quick, man. Everybody like, no, that man need to get paid. I don't listen. This is how I look at it. If I was Ezekiel Elliott, I would be doing the same thing he doing. But if I was Jerry Jones, I would keep Ezekiel Elliott on the contract, and if he don't show up, you don't get paid this year. Next offseason come, young kid, you're still under contract. You don't want to come in again? Well, that's 2 years of you not getting paid. Matter of fact, I'll throw a wrench in there. 3rd year, oh, I'm about to be a free agent. No, I'm a franchise tag you even with the threat of you not playing. Oh, you still don't want to play? Oh, you think, oh, I'm wasting my franchise tag? No, I'm making a point. As a general manager, I'll be like, I'm finna franchise you. That's 3 years you didn't get paid. That's treating a man like a slave. That's perspective, Winston. But did he not sign his contract, Winston? See, people don't want to talk about you came in this league as a rookie, you signed your contract and told me you would play for this amount. You told me you would play for this amount. I didn't force you to sign your contract. So is it really treating him like a slave? This is the parameters of the game that you signed up to play. I'm using my available resources as the owner of the team to make the best decision that's successful for the team, not just one player. You signed this contract saying that you would play for us for 4 years at this rookie deal. He was a rock. He don't have much say. The man outperformed his deal. But then if you give him the money and then, like many players do, they don't play well. When you give them the deal and they don't play well, we're going off of he outperformed his contract. This is the way the blueprint is set up, though. Just imagine it, Wedson. You start a business. You selling chicken. I don't know. You selling chicken. One chicken for $1. The person who's sending you this chicken for 50 cents and you selling it for $1, they see that everybody love the chicken, and all of a sudden you got to sell now he want to sell you the chicken for $1. Now he want to sell you the chicken for $1. And you like, how can you do that? We got a 4-year contract deal. You got to honor that 4-year deal. You got to give me chicken for 4 years for 50 cents. Not no 2 years in and you see people love the chicken. Now you want to charge me $1 for it? And then some people will be sitting there saying, well, you should be able to take that $1 and charge $1.50 for the chicken sandwiches now. Now all of a sudden people are like, oh, I love the chicken, but not at $1.50. Sorry, you just took a loss because now you ain't getting the same sales. You're not selling the same amount. It's not called supply and demand, L. Burgess. Listen, man. Listen. Let me tell you something. Now, don't get into business with me. I mean, conversations. Because if y'all want to bring up supply and demand, and we talking business jargon, then you need to bring up elasticity. For all y'all business heads, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Elasticity. Elasticity is a major driver of supply and demand. And for those who don't know, just to keep you in tune with those of us who talking business right now, elasticity is the optimal point of where things are perfect. In other words, it's like selling shoes and it's like selling shoes and you selling them at $50 per pair and you're selling out. But you sell it at $150 now and nobody's buying it. Your elasticity is finding that perfect pricing point to where you're still selling and the demand is keeping up at a perfect level. It ain't, oh, you got a great price so everybody buys it and it's selling out, or you got a high price and a lot of people buy it but not many. No, it's the perfect pricing point where your shipments coming in are going out and you're keeping up. It's elasticity, that perfect selling point. So don't give me supply and demand, because you got to study elasticity before you even determine supply and demand. So in Ezekiel Elliott's situation, if you go solely off of supply and demand, you might get this man all his money, and next thing you know, you realize, oh my gosh, it's Todd Gurley effect. Todd Gurley. Was Todd Gurley? Are they not looking back now saying, oh my gosh, he wasn't worth that deal. He wasn't worth that deal. Are they not doing that now? So don't supply and demand me. You better study elasticity before you even determine the supply and demand. Get that pricing point perfect first. Find that perfect price first. Where people ain't putting their nose up at you, but they also are like, oh, that's a respectable price. Come on, man. Come on, man. It doesn't matter if it wasn't football related. It's still a factor. In business, just because it ain't related to the business, there are outside factors that can affect your business. It doesn't have to be. You have to take that into consideration. You have to take into consideration the potentials. It didn't have to be football related. It was arthritis. Didn't matter. You got to take that into consideration when you signing these deals. What are some things that can happen? Otherwise, you get bit, your business goes out of business. You out of business. It's like you running that shop and saying, sure, you out there selling that chicken. I got arthritis. I can't go out there and sell none today. You lose money. You in danger of going out of business. That wasn't chicken related. That's why you don't put yourself in contract prison like that. You don't do it to yourself. And people need to stand for something or fall for anything. Like I said, if I was Ezekiel Elliott, I'd be doing the same thing. But if I was also Jerry Jones, team over anything. No, I'm not making you. Listen, another thing. How about this? Is it fair? Put it like this. Is it fair to y'all? I can give y'all something more relatable. Your light bill. Let's hypothetically, I don't know, y'all light bills might be fluctuating. Remember a time in my life I would pay $400 a month in light bill. And then there was a time in my life I was paying $70 a month in light bill. And I'm going to guess that a lot of people probably pay somewhere like $150 or something like that. I don't know, depending on your life, how much watch you use, all that stuff. But take your light bill, for instance. Would it be fair to you if the light companies started saying stuff like that? Because it's kind of like a monopoly, by the way. That's kind of like a monopoly. Would it be fair if the light bill company said, hey, everybody's paying their bill, let's raise the prices from $150 to $300. Let's go up to $300 a month on the light bill. Let's double the price. Let's just double the price. Would that be cool? Just because now. Because y'all keep on having this conversation with me talking about it's what the market dictates. It's not these smart organizations' fault that the sorry team is driving the market. It's not their fault. What's happening in the NFL right now is the sorriest teams are signing players and setting the market in a lot of cases. Now, you got some good teams doing it too, but they Seattle, they did it with Russell Wilson, but you see why it took them the last day of his whole thing to do it, of the contract. It took the last day for them to make that decision. But what's happening is the sorriest team in the league that ain't selling tickets, that need to sell tickets to energize their fan base, you can hypothetically say the highest paid running back in the league is making $10 million. They say, we're going to give you $17 million. And it's all headlines. Oh, this team signed blah, blah, blah on the richest deal for running backs. And we're forgetting that they did that to sell tickets. No, they ain't finna win. They know they're not about to win. They know the market ain't no freaking 17 million, but yet it was set. The market was set. So now the big time running backs, the actual great ones that's about to come get their new deal, last year they thought that they were going to ask for 13. Oh, but you see that guy got 17? We got to ask for 18. We are literally condoning sorry teams doing stupidity setting the market. We are condoning this crap. The sorry teams that are setting the market, knowing they shouldn't be playing players that kind of money. But we're condoning it by saying, pay the guy, make him the highest paid. He earned it. He's the best running back. Just because you're the best don't mean you should be paid more than everybody else. Because they were stupid over there. This misconception of setting the market is causing teams to lose. It's causing the team to lose. It's causing them to lose, man. If you're selling chicken sandwiches for $1 and everyone else is selling them for $1.89, I think you should raise your price accordingly. I agree, Wetson. I agree. But what if everybody's selling theirs for $1.10? $1.10. And the person you get your chicken from trying to raise your price to $1 instead of the 50 cents y'all were under contract for 4 years, and we're only 2 years in that deal. Now you're about to lose profits because your general expenses exceed the 10-cent profit you're making. It exceeds it. Now it's easy to throw it out there. Everybody else selling it for $1.89. Then okay, that makes sense. That makes all the sense. That's fine. That makes sense. You actually got room to pay that guy more for chicken now. But in the NFL, that's not the case. Everybody starts out with a salary cap the same. It's the same salary cap. So it ain't the case of they sell it for this and they sell it for that. No, it ain't the case. But this whole the market has been set thing, that is the biggest trick that is screwing teams up right now. It's screwing them up bad. It is destroying teams. The market has been set. The market is set there now, so they deserve it because they're the best one. And if we keep down this road, let me tell you how bad it gets. What's the difference from Russell Wilson getting 30 this year, 35 this year, taking up 19% of the salary cap, and Mahomes getting 40, taking up 22, 23% of the salary cap? Then the next person that's the big name the year after that gets 45. What's happening is they're not raising the market value at the same rate of the salary cap. The salary cap ain't keeping up. And that's dumb for teams to do. You're not raising the positions by the amount the salary cap is raising. The salary cap's going up 3% this year, but you paid that quarterback 9% more. You're killing your team. You're destroying your team. They're exceeding inflation. Because I'm going to tell y'all now, if you work at a job and you're not getting at least a 3% raise every year, you're not keeping up with inflation. That's just a fact. I ain't talking about nobody that ain't or nothing like that. But if you ain't getting at least a 3% raise every year, you're not keeping up with inflation. Technically, you make less than you did last year if you don't get at least 3% raise. With the cost of things that you're paying, bills and everything. You're not even keeping up with inflation. In the NFL, these players are, man, they busting inflation out the water, man. They ain't got no question whether or not they keeping up with inflation. Oh, they're exceeding it like no other. They're exceeding inflation like no other. And the salary cap is going up, but at like 2 or 3% at a time. But you see the quarterback position get. Wouldn't Tannehill and them deal? The big deals back then was 18 and 19 million. See, when Roethlisberger and them got their big deal back in the day, it was 15, 16 million. Then the Tannehill, Russell Wilsons, all those guys in that era got they 17, 18, 19, 20 millions. So you see how we go from like 16 to 19, $3 million jump from a group of quarterbacks in one era to another group, $3 million jump. And then we go from 19 to 25 and 27, somewhere like 26 on average, which is a $7 million jump. And then we go from 27 average all the way to 35 now, $8 million jump. It's lopsided. What's happening? It's lopsided. It's lopsided. You got to follow the money when you talk about this game. Every team they put themselves in that type of situation, they screwing their team up. Bad. The front office is messing it. Did we not learn anything from Ndamukong Suh? Did we not set the market, ladies and gentlemen? Did we not set the market? And then on top of it, did it make a difference? Did it make a difference? Did we not set the market with Ndamukong Suh? But the beautiful thing about the Suh contract is we set the market, and at least teams have smartened up a little. They've actually lowered that market. Imagine if they kept on that trail. Because they learned from the Ndamukong Suh deal. Come on, man. You don't pay a guy that much. Look at Miami. That guy ain't been on the roster going on 3 years and still hitting them for dead cap. Do y'all hear me? Still hitting them for dead cap. Suh got very lazy in Miami. Look at the risk you run to set the market. Look at the risk you run to set the market. I don't care if Suh wasn't lazy. You think it would have been that much of a difference? To set the market. Pay the man to set the market. Anybody chasing setting the market? Bad formula. And I know y'all hate when I say this. I be like, stop talking about them. Do the Patriots ever set the market? When the last time they set the market? When the last time they set the market? Miami saves nothing by releasing TJ. It's going to help with the dead cap next year. That's one benefit. Also, wasn't working out. Didn't fit the overall scope of what we were trying to do. Flores is still a good player. He does what he needs to do. Just ain't fitting. It doesn't fit. We don't save nothing, so that tells you the mentality of this team. Not to mention, people overlooked the TJ McDonald release. They overlooked the injury. They overlooked who the coaches saw he was going to be. Man, Revis made $20 million in 1 year with the Pats. I'm not familiar with that contract, but when I go look at it, I can tell you if he made $20 million in 1 year, it's only because of the way it was structured. It's only because of the way it was structured. I'm not talking about the structuring of deals. I'm talking about what their base is. Because think about it. Tannehill was supposed to make $19 million a year, but in some years he would have been due $25. It's the way the deal is structured. Suh wasn't performing for the contract he signed. I agree. So who got burnt on that deal? Who got burnt on that deal? Yeah, Pats will set the market. It's if it's for a QB, left tackle, DN, or cornerback. They ain't set no market for no QB. They ain't set no market for no quarterback. I don't even know if they'll do it for a left tackle. Now, there are some positions that I personally believe you set the market for a left tackle. Not set the market. Because, guys, when we talk about setting the market, that's like the Jets in 2 years from now. If they give Sam Darnold $100 million a year, ain't no other team going to be offering their quarterback $100 million a year. You see what I mean? This is the point that I try to get across to a lot of people that believe that, hey, if that's what the market is, you then pay them. Here's the point I be trying to get across. When is enough enough? When is enough enough? Say the Patriots went out there right now and they signed their left tackle to a $40 million a year deal, knowing that these left tackles out here that are elite getting 15 or whatever. But if the Patriots go out there and do it for $40 million a year, are y'all calling for us to give Laramie Tunsil $42 million a year for 5 years? $200 million contract? Is that what we're calling for? And I know some of y'all will say, of course not, TD. Come on, don't get too far out of shape, exaggerating that much. But I'm here to tell you, Russell Wilson's $35 million is an exaggerated situation, and they did it. They did it. Does highest paid mean getting the market? Well, yes, and here's why. Because we only had this conversation about the best of the best coming out. Like Ezekiel Elliott. Some could argue he's the best running back in the league. So what's the market for the best running back in the league? It's the highest pay. It's the highest amount. If you're the best, then you're going to get the highest. So what is the market right now for that guy? I'm better than him. Let me get higher. But people ignore what I just said a minute ago when I said, if another team pays their left tackle $40 million a year, should we be giving Tunsil 42? And anybody in their right mind? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're exaggerating now, TD. Ain't nobody gonna get a left tackle $40 million. People thought ain't nobody gonna get a quarterback $35. When the salary cap ain't even going up that like that. To add insult to injury, when they were working on Russell Wilson's contract, everybody was speculating, oh, they'll probably get him $30 million. He might even hit 31. Ooh, man, that's what people were saying. All the TV people, they might go all out and give him 31. Everybody was under. Everybody was under. When 35 million came out, it was like, whoa. Whoa. Everybody was under. That's why I say, when I use the scenario of if a left tackle get 40 million, should we give Larry Tunsil 42? I'm not exaggerating. Because these things they're letting the market get set every year versus every 3 to 4 years like it's supposed to be. Every year there's a top running back hollering about their new deal. Every year. And every year it goes up because of that. You got to take a stand, man. I didn't say, whoa. I understood. Russ, the top QB. Hey, that's fine, Wetson. I get you on that. Trust me, I actually get you. Top QB, he deserves to get paid. But what's funny to me in the Russell Wilson situation, they didn't learn their lesson. That's why I was like, whoa. You know why? We had Russell Wilson for 3 years. That's what the Seattle Seahawks should have been saying in their front office. We had him for 3 years, and we were paying this man less than $1 million a year for those 3 years. First year, he won us 11 games. Rookie, balling. Second year, 13. Woo! Third year, 12. We got our guy. Let's give him his money now. He got his new deal. Now you go from $1 million a year to somewhere around the $20 million a year. I forgot what his deal was. Y'all tell me. But it went up drastically. I know that he saw several 100% increases on his salary from 1 million to like 17, 18, 19, 20 million, whatever it was. I don't even remember what it was. Y'all can tell me. But it went up drastically. But in the process of it going up drastically, now they got to start looking around in the locker room. Who making money that we can get rid of and make this work for us? And they ain't won more than 11 games since. How you go from 11 games as a rookie to 13 to 12 and ain't win more than 11 since? And ain't been past the first round of the playoffs since. Without Russell, Seattle having a top 5 draft pick, he's not handcuffing them. You're right. That's the sad part about it. What Wexon just said, y'all, he's 100% correct. He's 100% correct. Without Russell Wilson, immediately they're a top 5 draft. They're a top 5 draft pick. But that won't be for long if they do it right. But with him, they turn into the Cowboys of the last 20 years. Always fighting to get in the playoffs, never good enough to do anything special with it. This is why the playbook on the quarterback situation is counterproductive. And you can't name a quarterback as proof to what I'm saying right now. You can't name it. Meanwhile, the Chiefs just improved with a quarterback making $1 million a year. You see what I'm saying here? Meanwhile, the Chiefs just improved. And they got a backup quarterback now, none other than Matt Moore, who is their backup quarterback. That's more breaking news that came out today. And you know why the Chiefs so loaded right now? Because they ain't paying $35 million for a good quarterback. They ain't paying $35 million for a really, 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 really good quarterback. They got all the weapons they need. But that's why I told y'all earlier, they're going to be the real test. As soon as they give Mahomes his probably $40 million set in the market, right? As soon as they give him his $40 million in a few years, they're going to be the most recent test of what happens to the team after that. That's why I always say, when you got these rookie quarterbacks and you putting all these weapons around them and y'all looking good, you got to win now. Because if you win now, other guys are more inclined to take a pay cut. They're more inclined to take a pay cut. But this formula does not sustain long-term success. Overpaying people. Seattle situation. Ain't been the same since Russell got his deal. Ain't been a Super Bowl contender in the big game since Russell got his deal. Chiefs went with the young quarterback, turned things around, flipped it up, just like that. They contenders. Carolina Panthers ain't been the same since Cam Newton got his first contract renewal. RG3. Who was he with again? I forget sometimes. Was it the Redskins that he was throwing the ball for, looking amazing? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Was RG3 with the Redskins? Was that who it was? Throwing that ball all over the field, looking like a superstar? Hitting them with the deep ball, scrambling, looking like the future? Was it RG3, y'all? Yeah. So, okay, yeah. And then he got his next deal, and what happened? What happened? So we got Cam Newton that did it. RG3 did it. Russell Wilson. Team ain't been the same since. There's more, because we went through this before. I can't talk about Andrew Luck because he got so destroyed early on, and the team still never could amount to bigger and greater aspirations. That's a little weird. Steven Wilson said ACL. Did Brady tear his ACL before? What happened when he came back? I remember I had Brady in fantasy football. I drafted him, and then the first game that happened, my season was like, oh, did Brady tear his ACL? Then what happened? Aaron Rodgers, too. Thank you. That's 5. Aaron Rodgers, soon as he got his money, now we pointing the fingers at everybody other than Aaron Rodgers. And it ain't Aaron Rodgers as far as play on the field, but it's contracts. I don't want y'all to sit here and think I'm pointing fingers at the players. No, they're doing their job, and they're doing it to the best of their ability. But their contract is making a difference on the win-loss column. Their contract is making a difference in the win-loss column. Cousins, thank you. Matt Stafford Stafford came in with that. That's why they always just been like, even when the Lions loaded, it don't even matter. Was it Stafford? Is that what I'm talking about? I got to make sure I'm getting the teams right. If it's Stafford with the Lions, y'all let me know in the comment section. Y'all know y'all got to check me out. Sometimes I'll be calling the wrong name with the wrong team. Give me a yes or no in the comment section. Is it Stafford with the Lions that I'm talking about? Yes. Okay. That's 7 quarterbacks with the same situation. 7, y'all. And there's more. There's more. Flacco. That was another one. Soon as he got his deal, that team ain't never been the same. Flacco is another. Go look at the history of what I'm telling y'all. Go look at the history. The very next year after they get their deal, that's 8 quarterbacks, y'all. 8. Matt Ryan, guys, that's why I said what I said earlier about Matt Ryan. I still think Matt Ryan had enough to do what they needed to do even after his deal. That's why I look at the Atlanta Falcons like, is this coaching? But I don't study y'all enough for me to make that assumption. But I think, when I do look at the team and the dynamic with their lines and stuff like that, I be thinking they still got balance and they find ways to do it because they always bringing in the next new young talent. So I'm not going to put them in that category, but some of y'all can argue yes. Tannehill money didn't cripple Miami because Tannehill also took less money than every quarterback that came in before him. And then on top of it, we still had our problems anyway. But we're at 8 of the quarterbacks that we all, and the reason why I'm mentioning these 8, because we were rooting and raving about all of them. We were going crazy. Oh, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Y'all ready for another one? Kaepernick, same thing. Kaepernick, same thing. Again, not the player, but when the player got that money, the team wasn't the same. Same thing. Who else were we raving about during those years? I mean, boy, we had a feast. We were like, man, these quarterbacks are legit. Y'all remember? These quarterbacks were legit. Some of them went to Super Bowls early. Some of them was deep in the playoffs early. Same thing. Oh, my gosh. These guys were legit, man. All of them we were raving about. RG3 slanging it over there in Washington. Man, Cam is doing his thing in Carolina. We were naming, and when these guys was on their rookie deal, oh my gosh, they had field days. Weren't they the next era of quarterbacks that were going to take the NFL over? And people getting fooled by the same freaking crap with Goff, with Mahomes, Watson. What's your boy in Baltimore? Hey, I don't know why I always forget his name. Gosh, I be having these for Watson in Houston. Lamar Jackson, thank you. Thank you. You see, this is the next era of quarterbacks. The next era of quarterbacks, and that ain't it. I know it's more. I know it's more of them. Garoppolo, I'm going to even put Nick Foles in there. I'm going to put Nick Foles in there. Won a Super Bowl on that little low money and everything. Leading, I'm going to put him in there. It's about a slew of about 10 new quarterbacks, all making little bit of money. And we going to rave about how great they are. And as soon as they get their market-setting new deal, we going to repeat it again, and people going to be arguing me about the same thing. And then we going to have our next wave of quarterback. So in about 4 years, we're going to be talking about the same thing with Haskins, Darnold, and everybody. How these teams, when they got them on a low deal, can be a little more successful because they can afford all this great talent around them. Store all this great talent around them, and as soon as they get the deal and can't have all that great talent, we wonder what's wrong with our teams. But we're the same ones yelling, pay the man. Pay the man. And I know y'all might be tired of hearing this, but I got to keep saying it because there's always somebody in here not understanding that point. And that's what's... See, this ain't about the Miami Dolphins. This is about the current state of the strategy of NFL teams right now. And it's a failing one. And how do they not see it right in front of their face? Because everybody's chasing that same platform. And you got the Belichicks of the world sitting back like this. They signed Russell Wilson to $35 billion. Oh, boy, these teams so dumb out here. But hey, we're going to keep our mouth shut. We're going to keep our mouth shut. Don't say nothing. Right now, the mobile quarterback is in. They think that's the new thing because they showed up. But ain't none of them win the Super Bowl, did they? But don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Let them keep chasing these highlight guys that don't get the job done at the end of the day. You don't think Belichick and them think that? They sit back laughing every year? Every year they sitting back laughing. And even the year they lose in the Super Bowl, they sitting back laughing. Hey, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But look at what we lost to. Somebody who paying a little bit of money on this quarterback and making an all-star team. But we already know it doesn't relate to long-term success. Our opponent will always be a team that creeps up because they loaded up to come fight. And we still going to take them down. But sometimes they'll get us. But we running a marathon, we ain't running the 100. We ain't running the 40. We ain't running a quick race. We running a marathon. And the crazy thing is, even when we lose, we still at the dance. Only teams we compete against are the ones who gear up for 1 year, come at us, and then they back down. They back down. Eagles win a Super Bowl. What happened after that? Come on, man. It's your boy TD from TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, man. Jakeem Grant, great deal, man. We did our thing on that one, man. Shout out to the Miami Dolphins. I'm out of here, man. I might even go live again because we got some other stuff to talk about. I got to take care of a few business things first, and then I'll get back with y'all, man. But it's your boy TD. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. But let's pay attention to the money of the NFL. If we want to be successful in our team, pay attention to the money. Don't fall into the same trap everybody else falling into. That's what they're doing. They're falling into a trap. And a lot of our fans are wanting to do the same thing. Open your eyes. Stay woke in regards to football. Everything really, but stay woke. You better look at what's happening out here. The evidence is all in front of you. I keep pointing out the evidence for you, trying to paint the picture to show you with evidence. I'm not just talking out the side of my neck and just because. I'm giving you the evidence. I'm showing you receipts. I'm naming people who's been in the same situation. I'm showing you. And the longer time goes, the evidence keeps building up bigger and bigger and bigger. The writing is on the wall. You can bring a horse to water, but can't make him drink. It's your boy TD from TD Fans Talk. Love y'all, man. I'm out. See y'all soon. Peace.